So-called sport is not new. Kids have been doing it for years, but the machines are getting more powerful and the consequences are devastating. Because Debbie Byrne discovered those behind the wheel have no intention of stopping. They hold regular illegal meetings looking for that extra thrill.
By day, this stretch of bitumen echoes with the thunder of trucks. At night, the trucks disappear, but the noise is just as deafening. The public street is transformed to an illegal drag strip.
It's like drugs. People like drugs, we like speed. That's all it is.
It's exciting. It's like the fastest roller coaster in the world. You can't beat it, and it's yours, you know what I mean? You're in control of it.
The petrol heads have been gathering here twice a week for years, defying police, parents and public safety.
What's the attraction?
Oh, just all the fast cars, the speed, I think. It's just, you know, why do you climb a mountain? And it's just great fun. It's a challenge.
I want to compete with other people. I know who's better than me.
Everyone.
If there's somebody better than me, I'll try to beat him. I'll go home, do something on my motor and I'll beat him. If I can't, well, bad luck, I'm no good.
I had a car 4 months before I had a licence. And everything started as soon as I got it, you know, drags.
This is only one of about half a dozen venues where guys gather regularly to test their cars. If you want to in Melbourne, you can drag race every night of the week.
But how many people have you seen in this strip on one night?
There's quite a few, but less drags.
300 to 400.
400, yeah. And that's, you know, some people come down with carloads of people too. You. There's not just one person every car. Sometimes you might be about 800 people down here.
The rules are simple. All you need is a fast car and the guts or stupidity to push it to the limit. Some drivers boast of reaching more than 130 kilometres an hour over the quarter mile.
You usually keep going on from there. You know, so you might get up to around 120 mile an hour.
How does it normally work?
Well, there's a white line painted out at both ends, marks out a quarter mile. Someone will come up to you and they'll say, oh, do you want to drag? You'll line up, you'll stop, and someone will flag you down. And you'll go from there over the quarter mile, and it's whoever wins over that.
What's it like to win?
Fantastic. It's a feeling and a half. Speed is beautiful.
How do you feel when you're behind the wheel and you get up to 120 miles an hour?
Oh, is it going to go any faster? That's all you feel. You're waiting for it, you know, you're going to pick up more speed. That's all you're waiting for all the time, speed.
We are breaking the law, we all know that. But we're enjoying ourselves. We know what we're doing.
There's certainly evidence of street racing causing fatalities. And in at least 2 of those cases, the people that were killed had nothing to do with the people that were racing.
Assistant Commissioner John Frame has little time for those who put themselves and others at risk.
Anyone that races cars on public highways is really a disaster just waiting to happen.
It's a nice night, I said, why not?
It's just a nice night, something to look at, I suppose. Nothing to do at home.
Do you like the drag? Do you like the drag racing?
Oh, it's all right. Yeah, I mean, my husband comes, so their boyfriends come, so they come along. I don't think there's anything wrong with coming.
A lot of that hype is sort of heightened, if you like, by the fact that it is illegal, and there's the adrenaline gets pumping because of the possibility that they're going to be apprehended or have a confrontation with the police.
When we come down here to have a bit of fun, I mean, if the police come down here, we either cop it sweet, which means we either, you know, leave the car here, you have to get towed home, or we get booked very heavily, or whatever. We even lose your licence, maybe if they catch you dragging. If they actually catch you dragging, some of them might lose their licence, charged for reckless driving.
I really think the police should stop wasting their time trying to break up and chase people like us to give us a fine. We're not doing anything harmful. We're just enjoying ourselves. We're not killing anybody. We're not robbing anybody. We're not raping anybody.
But when an unmarked police car gives chase, that bravado grows wings. An hour later, on a different stretch, an older group that consider themselves professionals wheel out their machine, complete with nitric oxide to give explosive power and a parachute to help stop.
I enjoy my life, okay, and I personally wouldn't risk it for anything, okay. Now, what makes you say we're putting our lives in a risk? We're just travelling fast in safe cars.
This so-called funny car covers the quarter mile in 10.3 seconds.
It's all very well for Formula One racing drivers to dash around the streets of Adelaide under controlled circumstances, but for these people simply to use the public streets for the same purpose is just a nonsense.
Why do you have to drag it all?
Because that's how we are.
Peer group. It's the pressure. It's just a peer group. It's just the way you're born.
That's our hobby. It's like a hobby.
You wanna see it, you can beat that person.
Is there any way they can stop you?
No. There's no way they can stop it.
It's been going for about 15 years now, and it hasn't stopped yet, so I can't really see it stopping in too much of a hurry.
Debbie Byrne reporting the Victorian Police are determined that street races will be stopped. A few weeks ago they held a weekend blitz and booked more than 200 people. More in a moment.
Now the taste of cheddar cheese is the table
to stop. The rocket-powered car clipped a race steward and ploughed into a wall. The impact sending its back wheels hurtling into the crowd.
We've just killed people. We have just killed a bunch of people.
In fact, no one was killed, but 12 people were injured, 5 of them seriously.
Victorian police are set to take on street dragsters at Calder Park in a bid to get hotheads off public streets. Using Smoky One, a revved-up police vehicle, the boys in blue are hoping their challenge will make streets safer.
It may look like an ordinary police car, but it certainly doesn't sound like one. Today, the Victorian Police Traffic Branch introduced Smoky One, a genuine nitro-burning, tyre-smoking drag car set to debut at Calder Park this Friday. Police are using Smoky One to lure street dragsters out of the suburbs into a safer setting to practice their sport. Their initiative follows last Sunday's violence in Carlton when 60 police were called in to control a brawl at an illegal drag race. Deputy Commissioner of Police Operations Bill Horman said the police challenge to street dragsters had worked successfully in America. He hopes Melbourne's street dragsters will take up the gauntlet and pit their skills against the racing prowess of police. The Calder Street Drags start at 6 p.m. this Friday and cost $5 to watch and $10 to race. Jennifer Hanson, Eyewitness News.